Ok, mi gente, aquí estamos entrenando con Joseph. Joseph es excelente fighter y como yo soy el money rooster, estas son cosas que yo tengo que hacer. El rooster pelea, el gallo está puesto para el problema. Vamos a estar entrenando un poquito hoy y nos vamos a divertir muchísimo. My people, Joseph know boxing, Muay Thai, and what else?
Kickboxing.
Kickboxing.
I've done a teeny bit of jiu-jitsu, but I wouldn't even say I've ever trained it.
Okay, and what I'm trying to say, guys, it's a pleasure to be here with Joseph. That Joseph giving me the opportunity to be here and train with him. I think this is gonna be very nice. I always wanna do this, and I'm really excited about it. See, stay tuned with the Money Russo, and we'll see what happens. Okay, boom.
So obviously, it's hard to just like follow basic instructions. So I like people to be comfortable in how they feel themselves. So you picture like you're in an assembly line, and like I'm tossing you a big bag of flour.
Okay.
So like when you go to catch it and toss it to someone else,
Okay, so
and bring
I got
it
it
down,
here and then back.
you feel how loaded your body is when you're down.
Yeah.
You kind of want to be tense like that. You want that power in your thighs. You want to be low, arms tucked, heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's where you know.
Balance, comfortable.
Balance, comfortable.
But something as well is you should be on the balls of your feet. It's gonna be hard to stay like that for a while at
No,
first.
you know what? Because I always want to train. I always want to do boxing, but when I was a kid, I had an accident and
Right.
and I never had I was scared, but no, I'm good.
Yeah.
But
I
also
once you
doing
have
this,
a form,
right?
then it will take a lot of pressure off of that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, you want your balls or the heels of your feet off the ground so that you can spring a lot more. Something I noticed is like when the balls of your feet are planted and you go to jump, so like you jump as high as you can. You can't go very high.
Oh yeah. You're
You
right.
know what I mean? But if you have the heels of your feet off the ground and you go to jump,
You can jump.
it's a little bit higher.
You're right.
So you're more springy,
you know?
more free,
Yeah.
and then at the same time feel that power in the quads.
Okay.
Because a lot of it's momentum.
Yeah, you gotta
So yeah, once you feel comfortable, like you can move and things like that, then it's about how your arms should move. And the best way that I can explain it is if you were up against a wall, like say my shoulder's touching a wall and I'm leaning against it, you should still be able to throw a punch at full force. Because your elbow should not go out at all. It's a straight line from point A to B. So like, if you watch my elbow when I throw the punch towards you, it's directly up. And then my hand is just twisted out so that my thumb is a little bit down. You want to get a good rotation there.
Okay.
So it's almost like from your foot, your back foot, you're pushing off or
you are okay.
So bend at the knee here. And then imagine kind of like you have like a medicine ball that you're shoving forward, right? Yeah. Pushing with your back foot, twisting.
This is my shoulder. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I was
so
this one.
Your whole hip should be turning first, and then your shoulders and your arms gonna go with it. You know what I mean?
So I turn first and then
exactly.
We'll go together.
Right. Now when you're doing a jab, there's a little bit less rotation just because it's your lead arm. Yeah. So you don't have as much time. That kind of imagine like you're going to grasp, you know what I mean? It needs to be light.
You go back
fast, kind of feeling it, right? But yeah, just make sure that elbow stays. So like throw a jab.
When I throw a jab?
Yeah. Like,
so it doesn't have to be like this.
Right, you want to go in a straight motion. That's also a lot of how you telegraph. Is when a fighter goes like this, you'll duck. You know what I mean? Because if you wait till you see it coming, it's too late.
Exactly. So you have to, let's see the,
Like,
a
a lot of times, if like you box without shirts on, right?
Mhm.
So you can get to the point where you'll watch their body instead of their head, and then if their pec will flex, you know that.
Yeah.
So it's the little tells like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, those are the tricks, right?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, you want to just feel
this is
supported.
cool, man. Oh, fuck, man.
And the way to really get like the good form is you want to be fully extended when you connect it.
Fully
and
extended
you want
when
to
you
be
connect it.
rotated. So notice
This
how
is for the jab, right?
for the jab and the straight.
For the jab and always.
Yeah.
Always that you punch.
Yeah, like that, and then your backhand as well. It needs to be a full rotation. Yeah. Right. Even a little from opening back. Boom, boom. Yeah, like you're turning it over almost. But yeah. Now when you're fully extended, you see how much is supporting your wrist. You know what I mean? You have both your arms behind it and everything. Now,
Okay, so basically that's the goal.
right now, when you were boxing beforehand and stuff, and you're throwing like this, then you have your wrist bent, your elbow bent, your shoulder bent. There's nothing there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's where it's all gonna go into your wrist. You want to
when you punch, right? When you deceive, you have to go strong like that, right?
exactly. Boom, boom.
And then
Something important is snapping it back. I always train with the resistance band. So when you throw a punch, you pull it back itself. And it gets to have it in. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
It's like a mental thing.
So tell me, what does this work for? What I'm doing here?
So this is basically just warming up the fingers, the joints, making sure, you know, everything feels good and comfortable.
Yeah.
A lot of times if you just go straight into it and start wailing on a bag, you know, it's not going to feel great. You got air in your knuckles, whatever it may be, so you're basically just stretching the joints.
Yeah, and then I'm doing all right. Do it again. Well, let me start doing this again. Cool.
Yeah, man.
And then I will do that.
I mean, a lot of people underestimate this, man. This was like my biggest enemy for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's a really easy thing to do at home or anywhere you have free time, you know what I mean?
That's amazing, bro. I like it. I like it. It's not easy at all.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, because when you think about it, kids do it for fun.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you get older, it's no longer fun.
It's no longer fun.
But I mean, it's just, if you want to just start slow, smooth.
Yeah.
Something to remember is keeping your hands low. You should be nice and relaxed, just like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people will try to do really big arm movements. That's not the goal.
Yeah.
But tight, neat. You can do one foot, that's around one. Yeah. Kind of just want to.
Yeah.
You should feel your muscles like bouncing around. The way I like to describe it is like, at first, like my pecs feel loose.
Yeah.
By the end, your whole body should be a little bit more tense.
Yeah.
Up, you know.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And it helps to listen to music, do whatever. Yeah, you can really get into it. Another thing is the wipes on your feet. That's something I've forgotten about a little bit.
What?
When you catch your toes or something like that, it hurts a lot.
It hurts a lot, yeah. So that's why, because that's good, I think.
Yeah, well, it builds discipline.
Exactly.
In the beginning, I would always stop, you know?
Yeah.
And run around, but now it doesn't even mind.
Well, how long should I do this?
Yeah, man, that's good.
30 seconds?
I would just drop you out a little bit. There you go, there you go.
Yeah, I used to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. And,
it's exhausting.
yeah, oh, it is.
But then, like, get to this point where you gotta really the case. Just little stuff like that. But if you watch, like, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, he had like a 30-minute warm-up routine he would do every day.
Yeah.
If you watch Mike Tyson's squat jumps, jump roping, just try it once and you'll realize that it's impossible.
It's impossible.
And he would do them repeatedly, like this, jump roping.
Mike
Tyson, it's insane. He'll sit there like this and jump rope. It makes no sense.
That's hard.
It's crazy.
Even do it with that.
It's really crazy.
Yeah. What is next now?
So there's a lot of work you can do here.
Yeah.
But I actually warm up with kicks most of the time because it gets your hips going. Every punch you want to be turning over your hips. That's the key in generating power. You know what I mean?
Right, como like you told.
Exactly. So with your jab, you should be taking a small step, and when your foot lands, you should be impact. So it should happen in sync, right? You should land with your foot to stabilize yourself and basically throw the power into your hand. And when you do that, you're throwing your hip over.
Ooh, right? Oh, like you punch you with the front one. Okay, okay.
Exactly. When you're going with the back, yeah.
You're going with the back.
It's the same, you're throwing the hip over. So that is kind of like you fit into your knee. So watch when you're punching like this. I'm not supportive at all. If you push me from here, I'm gonna fall.
You're gonna fall.
Right. But if I sit into the front, watch the difference in my knee. This is how it was. Versus this. With your knee bent, you
So
have
you're
a lot more
turning your
stability.
back more.
You're tucked in, you know what I mean?
Okay, do it again.
And you're pushing up. So instead of
That's the way you can fall.
you have nowhere on your foot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because your heel is above the ball of your foot at this point.
Yeah.
So you can't really get any structure.
Stability, right?
But if you're tucked down, you have room to fall back on it. You can throw it out. You know what I mean?
You
Step back.
Yeah. Wow.
However it needs to be.
Okay, let me try again.
So one thing, a lot of people don't realize when you're fighting, you're going to be a lot shorter than you were, you know?
Yeah.
Because this is normally like where I'll fight. And I'm punching here at head level.
Yeah.
This is like if I was fighting a child, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Balance, right?
Yeah.
And something to remember as well is your feet you don't want to cross. You're doing good about it now.
Yeah.
But almost keep this ball of this foot out further than this one, you know what I mean?
Farther. Always.
Yeah.
Like this. You can move. You can. Right?
Exactly, yeah. So you're already kind of doing it because it feels more naturally.
Yeah.
But whichever direction you're stepping, you want to take small steps with whichever foot is forward. So if I'm going this way,
like this.
Step, 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 step.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. If I'm going this way, step, 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 step.
Always,
I mean?
always, like
and
stability.
that way you always have weight on the ground. You're always squared up.
In the ground. Okay.
You feel you are centered the whole time.
Oh, I like it. I like it. This is fun.
So it's just always keeping that in mind while you're warming up is important. But to really get that rotation and the balance there, I'll do something called horse kicks, which is squaring off to the bag.
Yeah.
And then you're rotating.
Oh, now learn that too. That's great.
It's just this, you know, and you're not practicing your kicks or anything. So square your body off, square your hips.
Like this?
Yeah, you want your shoulders to be face lifted, right? Parallel. And then what you're focusing on is turning your hip over.
So, there you go.
So rotate your shoulders with it. So when I throw my right leg, I'm facing your whole body right.
Okay.
When I throw my left leg,
Yeah.
facing your whole body there.
One.
Now roll your torso back a little bit, and you're gonna counterweight your leg. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you should feel balanced while you're doing this.
Okay, let me see.
And it's important to go slow so you feel good about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just
So
getting
you
the
always have to
rotation
be
in
like
your
this is
hips.
the position always? Like this. Or
Yeah.
you can just do this like
Come
this.
back to here. So if you watch me, it's literally just boom, back, boom, back, boom, back, boom, back.
Boom, back. Wait a minute, so do it here, you just don't punch.
Yeah.
I used to do this, I forget.
Yeah, so you'll feel more balanced if your torso counterweights it.
Yeah.
So right now you're doing this.
Oh, yeah. So,
If you turn like this and put your weight into the bag, you can hold yourself here, you know what I mean? Bring yourself back. Up and up. Same here. There you go. There you go. And if you need to take a little reset each time, that's fine until you get comfortable with it.
yeah. It's
So
good.
you square up. But really just focusing on those hips. Because once you get into it, that's what all the power is.
Yeah. Right. Looks good.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever done this?
What are we doing now? Ooh, never, never.
Okay. Just grab on the chains. It's basically high knees, right?
Can I put my weight on the chain?
Yeah, you can hold on there or just stabilize yourself. You don't want to be pulling yourself up with your arms.
Oh.
You're just jumping.
Yo.
Jumping, throwing a high knee. This is getting your legs spring loaded, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's basically jump roping, but with more focus on your core, right?
Okay.
You're getting everything warmed up, ready to spring.
Yeah.
But I normally do like, when I train by myself, I do like 400 or 500 of those.
400 or 500 of those.
After jump roping.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This guy
It's
is a
pretty
machine. This guy is a machine. Wow, girls, I'm really impressed that you're training really hard.
I've been training for a while, so.
You've been training for a while. How long have you been training?
It's been like, I'm coming up on 2.5 years now.
2.5 years.
So I mean, I guess not very long comparatively. Most people train when they're like 8 until they're 25.
Yeah.
You know? So I have a lot of ground to make up, but I'll get
I know you are training 3 different things, boxing, the others 2 that you told me. Which one is the most that you enjoy?
I actually like kicking the most, like kickboxing.
Kickboxing.
Definitely. But the whole reason I'm really sticking myself to boxing, I've made a promise to my buddy. I gotta hold that out. So
you promise to your body that you're gonna be
world champion.
World champion. People,
World
you
champion.
already know. World champion, Mr. Joseph here. I was the first one to train with Joseph in camera and do a little interview here, but we're focused on more in training because the morning roosters need to know how to fight.
That's right. There'll be more to come.
Let's do it, Joseph. So what is the next now? So we
All right.
We are a little warm.
Once you got your body warm, your legs going and everything like that, you know, it really comes down to working on bag work and being creative.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things, a lot of different bags to do. But right now we're focusing on, again, that 1, 2.
And 1.
The
That's
jab
a
and
more
the
than
straight.
thing. Okay, so straight. Right?
There you go, yeah. Crossing over. There you go. So you want to make sure that you're grounded. Again, don't try and throw too much power right now, honestly.
Yeah, you should focus more
like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you want to be a little bit closer than you think and drive into it. Okay?
Okay.
Especially when you don't have gloves on right now.
You think that's okay here? Like it?
Yeah, exactly. So you want to, I mean, you feel that give until it really gets hard.
Yeah.
You want to get that far into it, you know? And it doesn't have to be fast, like if you watch me. It's just about making sure
that you're doing the right
you're
way.
digging in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Now there are times where you want to be real light, like practicing distance control.
This is not that easy like a thug. This is not easy.
Oh no, none of it's easy. None of it's easy. It's all chess.
Yeah, bro. It's like a game how to move, you know? It's like
exactly, you know. And one thing to think about is this bag becomes a person doing the same thing.
The person that I don't like, and somebody that I don't like, okay.
Right. But they're moving too.
Yeah,
so
I had
this is
to.
definitely.
You had to. Okay, I see.
Yeah, focus on moving and staying grounded. Now, something that's important again is taking that small step with the jab. You wanna, when you throw your jab, just lift your foot off the ground and you'll feel it naturally fall when you put that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly.
Like a step forward.
So that's gonna put a lot more power into it. And you also transfer weight into that front foot, which means if they're to throw something here, and I'm loaded up here,
you can
throw yourself back, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
You can throw yourself out, you can duck down, swing around, you can do whatever, you know.
What? You see that move, bro?
I got it. So if you're not and you're just jogging like this, you're overextended, your shoulders over your knee, they throw something, I got nowhere to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. And do keep your weight on that back foot most of the time. If you look at my profile, this is my stance. My body is leaning over this leg, right?
Yeah.
So I'm almost like just tapping with this foot. I could lift it at any time. throw a high kick. You know what I mean? We can use this wall as an example.
Yeah.
Stand up against it and throw a punch here.
Oh, okay. Against this?
Yeah.
What should I do
It
now?
feels like you can't, right?
Yeah.
So get in your stance. You should be closer to it. Like, look at me. Just like someone's right here, and this wall's not here, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to throw full force. Same with the other way. Because your elbow's just going right off.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to really train it and imagine it.
Not for you, for sure.
Like if you had a, there you go. Yeah.
Like that, right?
So it's tight, it's in, it's over, you know what I mean? Like imagine you have a square this big. You want to hit the same spot every time with both hands. There you go. It should be tight, centered in the middle of your shoulders.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to have the most
Forward
power.
here,
Exactly.
and punch in the
Now,
same
your
direction.
torso looks golden, just like that. So combine that with
the
your
movement,
legs
with the
getting
movement.
lowered, rotating with that tightness. Almost imagine it as like separate pieces, right? So your body is going to be, or your legs are going to be tight, loaded, rotating, spinning, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then your body, pop, you know? Now your hands, you want to be loose because you can't react while you're tense.
Yeah.
So I like to imagine it like my hands are like this, you know, just curled like a baby's would be when you're born.
Yeah.
And then once you go to impact, you squeeze. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So you're tensing up right at the end and releasing the power. Like you're snapping. There you go.
You already know, Papi. I'm ready. No, I'm just kidding.
He's ready, he's ready.
It's a lot to learn. It's a lot to learn, man. You know?
I did that for like 4.5 hours, 6 hours a day for like a month.
4.5 hours, 6 hours a day for a month.
Yeah.
It was just like, how you call this position, Joseph? The one that we're doing right now?
You're straight. This is your jab. You're one.
Yeah.
And then your straight cross. It's a two.
Yeah.
You're 1 and 2.
1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1, 2.
Now there's like 9 different punches just to the head. So keep that in mind. You know what I mean? And it's a lot more fun with a lot more things. When it comes to throwing to the body, it's totally different.
It's totally
Because you have to get
different.
low,
Just
you have
to-
to rotate, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, there's a lot of things to do because if you're to throw one jab at me, like throw a jab and hold the form,
Yeah, let me see.
yeah.
Okay.
I can drop down and throw it here. If you throw another jab, I can cross over and go there, you know?
And if you do this, let's see, like, try like we are fighting right now.
Right.
And then I do. Forward slow thing. That's the way to move, right?
Right. It's
Which
just
one you move first?
taking the small steps, you know?
Yeah.
Now, something that I found to be really uncomfortable is moving forward when I'm in a spar. So I would start working on that a lot if you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just feel more comfortable on that back foot.
Back
But moving
foot.
forward, your weight's on
In
the foot.
on
It should be
in
a
the
lot
front.
more.
Yeah.
You know, it should be on your back leg when you're moving forward. Because you're stepping with your back leg first that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So back leg first, forward.
Back,
leg first.
forward, back, forward,
Exactly.
forward, back, forward. And then you start.
And then when you go backwards, it's this leg first.
Oh, that's hard. Oh, I see.
Exactly.
Oh
You know
my
what I
God,
mean?
getting it now.
That way you're always balanced.
Yeah.
Now, when you get into it, there's obviously
Exactly, man.
rotating
It's
and
like a
things
dancing.
that.
I'm just like
It's exactly like
kinda,
dancing.
yeah. And I'm
I
really
actually-
good dancing, and this is getting hard for me.
Yeah.
But you had to, right?
So, if you were to just hold a jab just like this, so obviously, this is basically warding people off. Like I like to think of it as an antenna. I keep my arm out like this most of the time.
It's like a
You know,
stay
you can
away.
feel if anything's coming into your space or whatever. But at the same time, there's a lot of opening. So once you throw a jab, if I read you and I'm able to predict it,
Yeah.
I can counter here and then I'm inside and do whatever.
And I'm fucked. And
Or
I'm done.
I can throw a right overhand over it.
Yeah.
I can duck on the inside and throw an uppercut. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of things that you can do when somebody throw a jab.
There's so many different
And
things.
so what can you do when you throw a jab? Obviously, you have to throw it, but you have to put it like.
So
do it quick
it's
and-
mainly being ready to get hit or to react. So when I throw that jab, right, my shoulder, right, you can throw it there, but you want to have your shoulder over your chin.
Don't give me an opportunity to.
Well, you can, but the thing is, getting hit on the top of the head
Is the worst.
I would no, it's okay, honestly. Like
Really?
so think about infighters, right? They're covering themselves like this, they're moving here.
Yeah, all
here.
they get hit here. You're right.
Right. If you get hit here, it's gonna bounce off. That's where the bulk of your skull is. If you get hit on the chin, you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's like
You have to cover
it's
your-
so much looser, right?
See, yeah.
When you get hit there, your brain's gonna rattle. When you get hit in the front or the side really hard, it's gonna throw your brain back and forth.
Yeah,
But if you get hit from the top,
it's not the matter.
yeah, and also the top and the back of the head, I'm pretty sure is illegal. So you get extra points. You
So,
know
mi
what I
gente,
mean?
ya usted sabe, se
Steal
tiene
a
que.
couple points. And
Oh yeah. Cúbranse la quijada, mi gente, la cabeza no importa. Aquí, this is where you have to cover yourself,
yeah,
right?
if you want to get really technical about it,
Yeah.
if you think about almost wrapping the punch downward so that my knuckle is connecting here and pulling it down and out at a diagonal,
Yeah.
it's basically like if I want to dislocate your jaw. I probably wouldn't with the power,
Yeah.
but it's going to rattle your brain a lot. I used to train at like a real boxing gym.
Yeah.
That's where I got like my actual training from. But boxing gyms are expensive, man. Coaches
Boxing
trains
gyms are
premium.
expensive.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty unorthodox. I don't like to be trained in.
So you like to train yourself?
I like to train myself. Yeah. The way that I like to think about it is when you look at all of the greats, they're great because they have this intense style about them.
Yeah.
Every one of them, if you were to mimic the way that they move, you can tell exactly who they're mimicking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I'm basing my style off of these other people, then I can only be so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
want to be as good, if not better.
Yeah.
So I'm really trying to build my own style.
That's interesting because I
Yeah.
don't see too many people that they want to train themselves, and I think that's very good.
Yeah,
And if
I
you
mean,
believe,
it's
that means you have
risky, but
you believe in yourself and you feel very comfortable on what you're doing. I think that's very good.
yeah, I'm willing to put in the work.
Okay, mi gente, my favorite part, Joseph and I, we're gonna have a little fighting a little bit, but we also wanna train first, and we'll see how that goes. So, Joseph.
There you go. Again, you want to stay low, stay down.
That's it.
I like that, okay?
I'm the loser, Joseph. I'm a fighter.
You know what you're doing, huh?
Ooh, oh my God. That was cool.
I'm scared.
It stiffens a lot, right? It's
Yeah.
not too much, huh?
Yeah.
Now, something to keep in mind when you're doing your jab, we're both throwing one, obviously, we
What
can
you
both land it. You know what I
We
mean?
can both. Okay.
But this is called your center line. When you're at base level eye contact,
Yeah.
you want to keep your head on this line as little as possible. So imagine, that's why you see I'm moving like this.
Yeah.
You're
What?
literally throwing your shoulders around.
And what you're doing is basically you're stunning me right now, right?
Exactly. You don't want to. You're still target if you're standing like this,
Yeah.
right? So I can just fire straight off. But if you're moving around, you know,
It's hard to get.
or when you throw a punch, if I bend down and you throw one at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm gonna connect and you're not. Make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense. Let's do it.
Dios mío.
Nice.
Do it, Joseph. Boom.
Now, when you're down like that, it's hard to remember, and you want to be able to see. So,
Oh yeah,
I've
because
noticed
here,
when you get too close, you're looking down.
what
I
should I
could
do?
just keep going close.
You can just like kill me. He couldn't kill me there. He's trying to be nice.
No. You're doing good. You're doing good.
Right?
But
You can
the
just do
shift in levels, it's important.
But when I do that, you're trying to hit me. You don't have to kill me. So that way I can learn.
Right. I guess that's fair. Yeah.
Because I understand that you couldn't boom, boom.
Right. I mean,
Right?
obviously, right now, we're just trying to do straight.
Exacto. Yeah, you're right.
Tiene que darle costillazo porque él es más alto.
Yeah, you're right. Ese yo todo.
That's right. Yeah. Well, we find we're at the same height, though.
Yeah. No, for sure. I feel good.
When you're throwing that jab, that shoulder up.
Yeah.
It's like that. Good. Okay, good southpaw.
El ultra instinto. Dios mío, Dios mío.
That was close. Okay. How much?
You're doing good. You have good stamina.
Te descubriste esa cara, muchacho.
Dude, you see. Mira más piercing. Se quitó, está ahí. Okay. No, I like it. I like it. Okay. Good. Hey, that was good, bro.
Of course.
Yes, I'm gonna take
Just
it.
one?
Yeah, I do.
You don't know secret?
What secret?
I have like 4 layers on right now.
4 layers?
Yeah.
No way. Mira, tiene 4. He have like 4 layers.
Sweatshirt.
1, 2,
This is
3,
like a thermal compression shirt.
4. Damn, yo, you're a machine, brother. Impressive. Wow.
I got sweatpants on under this.
¿Y por qué tanto? ¿Para sudar?
Yeah. Y para tirar
I got
resistencia.
too much off there.
Para que le dé calor.
Podemos ver eso,
Yeah.
sí.
What the fuck? He was moving fast with all that clothes on him. Imagine without it now.
So now we're warmed up and we can really start.
That's what we like warming up.
Yeah.
I'm dying right now.
Now we'll do like
And
a
he's just warming up.
few rounds. We're ready to go now.
Few
You
rounds.
feel how your body's like,
Yeah.
you're warm, you're ready to go. You know?
Yeah. Ooh, yo, show me something. Ooh.
You're ready to go. Ready to fire.
Oh yeah, no, you're ready. I'm done. Yeah, we almost finished here. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the training with Mr. Joseph. Hopefully we will be doing this again. I really enjoyed it. I hope he enjoyed it too. Joseph, did you enjoy the training with the rooster?
Huh?
Did you enjoy the
Oh,
training
yeah,
with the
man.
rooster? Thank you. Say
Go
hi
next
to the
time,
follower, Joseph. You're gonna be the champion of the world right here, Mr.
right.
Joseph. Right here. Boom, 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 boom. You already know.